Hey guys, welcome. It's Carter McCann here, and welcome to my PPL Week 2 Division 2 game against Chaos in the Sky, who is the coach of the Boston Brelooms. Again, like I said, there was technical difficulties on my part, so we couldn't do it on Wi-Fi. Hopefully this weekend I'm going to try to trav and do it while I'm at home, so I'll have better internet. So, yeah, look out for that. But right now, here's my match this week. I did a team builder video already. It's a Assault Vest Hitmontop, basically there for getting spin, a bulky Rotom with 4 in speed to outspeed that guy. Offensive Spirit Tomb, Sash, Toxic Spikes, HP Fire, Switch Bomb, Giga Drain, Guy, Rose Guy, Mega Guard, and a Scarf Chop. Okay, as you can see, my Mega Gardevoir is already Mega'd. It's a mistake on my part. It actually came back to hurt me more than anything because I didn't have Pixelate, so I couldn't use Hyper Voice. But also, I'm going to try to put GFX in this video. Hopefully they'll be up. I'm not sure how good they're going to look, how they're gonna look fine, okay, bad, or what. I'm going to try it. You guys let me know if it looks okay. I made them myself because I'm really bad and don't like to ask help for people. So, you let me know. Alright, so I'm going to lead off with Spirit Tomb. It's got a great lead matchup against everything except for the Gardevoir, which I have switch-ins to, sort of, kind of, what's it? So yeah, I lead off with my Spirit Tomb as Chaos leads off with his Mega Aggron. I'm going to go straight for a burn. It's just my best move overall. He can set up rocks, it's fine. I have a spinner. So I'm going to burn him first play. Second play, I'm going to switch out. I do believe to get into Hitmonchan to go for a spin if I can. Unfortunately, he also switches out into his Rotom. And right here, I realize I don't have a lot to burn, so I'm going to switch out into my Roserade as basically burn slash Will-O-Wisp slash Volt Switch and Hydro Pump fodder. And instead of going for Toxic Spikes right here, because he has a spinner and a Steel type and a Levitator, I decided to go for Sludge Bomb. I could have gone for Giga Drain, but there's no way he was staying in. Here, I'm going to pause right here and catch up. I decided to go for Sludge Bomb instead of Giga Drain because I didn't think he was going to stay in with his Rotom, and I didn't think he was going to switch in Mega Aggron, because I had Modest, Technician boosted, HP Fire, which will, I think, try to almost take out a special defensive Mega Aggron. So I decided to go for Sludge Bomb, my best move overall. He brings in his Victini. The way it took that, I think this is an Assault Vest one to take on my Mega Guard. So that's good news to know. And right here, I'm going to make my switch out into my Rotom Heat, which is my dedicated switch into a Victini. And as you can see, this U-turn does nothing. I know it's resisted. It actually did nothing. So he ended up switching out into his Rotom. Now, because I'm fast, I have 4 in speed, I can outspeed his Rotom, go for a Volt Switch, and go into my Roserade again. Because it basically is just going to do I'm just going to try to chip this thing down slowly and surely with Volt Switch, until I can just OHKO it later with a move. So, he's going to go out into a Shaman. I realize I have nothing to take this on. I have a Rotom, but I don't want it to keep going taking rocks damage, so I just sack off my Roserade right there. That means I get to switch into this. Okay, you see, I got a Natural Cure and not Pixelate, so this was a misplay on my part, but I just did not feel like trying to redo it or anything. So, it is what it is. I'm going to go for a Psyshock, because it is Stab. And it's my best move overall. He switches into his whatchamacallit guy. And I realized, oh, okay, I'm getting good damage, I have Poison off and everything. I'm going to switch out now into my Hitmonchan. Hopefully I can get a spin off. And he switches straight up into a Shaman. I can take anything he wants to go for because I am Assault Vest. And I go for an Ice Punch to do big damage. Now I realize he's not going to stay in because I can let him 2 other hits and I have priority. So I just go for Rapid Spin right here, which was actually a really good thing that I got off. Now, I still realize I didn't take a burn or anything, so I'm going to switch out into my Mega Gardevoir to take the incoming burn that I thought was coming, but he ended up going for a Volt Switch, and he goes into his Shaman, and as I realized, it's a Scarf Shaman with Healing Wish, as he Healing Wishes up his Victini right here, which was a very good play on Chaos's fault. Very good play on Chaos's part, because Victini is just a massive problem for most teams, so I tried to switch out into my Rotom, because I know it takes this thing on super well. And he's going to switch out into his Gardevoirs. I'm going to go for a Will-O-Wisp just to get some damage on it because I don't have a lot to take this thing on. As he starts set up screens, which is no bueno senor. So I'm going to go for a Volt Switch right here. And I'm going to go into my Mega Gardevoir as he sets up the Reflect now. There it is. I'm gonna go for a side shock again. It's just my best move. He's gonna switch into his Victini, and I get a crit, which doesn't really come. It's not game changing in the slightest, I don't think. So I gotta switch out into my Rotom because it's literally just a giant stop to this Victini. It really is. My Rotom Heat did amazing this game. I'm gonna go for a Volt Switch because I am faster than this Rotom Wash. And I'm gonna Volt Switch. I'm gonna switch out into my Mega Gardevoir. Basically, at this point, as to sack it, he goes for Hydro Pump, and I know another one's gonna take me out and a Volt Switch, so I'm just go for a Side Shock just to get some good damage off on this. At this point, I thought I was gonna lose. I didn't have a lot for this, but you'll see what happens later. So as you can see, the screens are still up, which means his Gardevoir was Light Clay. He goes into his Aggron. I'm gonna go into my Rotom Heat. I'm gonna go for an Overheat, try to take it out. Does not, and he gets up Rocks. That is sort of unfortunate and sort of not at the same time. So right here, I decided to go for another Overheat and just stay in, because whatever he brings in, I can like burn stuff and things. As I believe his Light Screen finally wears off. So he has to go into his Rotom. I'm going to go for a Volt Switch on it. I know it's not going to do anything. And I'm going to go and switch out into my, that guy. As he goes for Volt Switch. And he brings in his Donphan, which I'm hoping I can live an Ice Shard. But I might not. I don't know. He was getting a crit. I don't think it mattered. And it didn't matter at all. But he kills my Hitmonchan. I decided to switch out into my Spiritomb. Go for a Will-O-Wisp. Actually, it's a lie. Oh, that's later, I think. Maybe it's not. I go for Pursuit. I know he's going to switch out. So Pursuit's going to be my best play. Just get some damage off on this thing. So later I can just take it out. And he switches out into his Gardevoir. Now, because of that burn earlier, I think a Shadow Sneak could take it out. So I decided to go for a Shadow Sneak, and I get a crit of my own, and that may have possibly mattered a lot. That's kind of unfortunate. He decides to switch out into his Victini. I'm going to switch out into my Garchomp this turn, because my Garchomp has not been in yet. It's just my best play. I can live a V-Create and all that stuff. So I'm going to go for a Dragon Claw here, just because Earthquake is not my best play, because he still has Rotom on the field, and Dragon Claw is Stab. And it's not on Stab, it's a Stab Dragon coverage. I get a crit on the Rotom, didn't matter at all. I'll just go for 2 Dragon Claws, and it didn't matter. He decided to switch out into his Donphan. I'm expecting to die here, so I'm just going to go for a Dragon Claw to get some damage off, as he goes for Knockoff. Now, here's a misplay in Chaos's part. I'm picking an Ice Shard. I'm going to die. It's okay. There's no point of me switching into my Rotom Heat or anything else on my team, because I don't need to take damage, and I want him to maybe take Rough Skin. So I'm going to go for Rocks, hoping he makes a misplay, and he goes for Knockoff, over-predicting and predicting my Spiritomb to come in. So now, all I have to do is go into Spiritomb, go for a Shadow Sneak, and hope it takes out the Donphan, which it does not, and he goes for Knockoff and gets a butt-ton of damage on me. I have a lot of HP too, but it's okay. I gotta go for another Shadow Sneak, and I end up taking out his Donphan, and he brings in his Victini now, and I go for another Shadow Sneak and take out his Victini. So overall, Spiritomb's a hell of a mon. Like, I'm starting to really like this guy. He can go offensive, especially offensive, defensive, especially defensive. Anything I need him to go, he can do it. But Rotom Heat and Spiritomb are my 2 MVPs this game. And Garchomp was pretty clutch there, and Roserade just took damage, and the other 2 didn't really do much. But yes, hopefully the GFX look fine in this. I gotta do this. I have an hour break until I gotta do stuff, homework and things. But yeah, good game to Chaos. I'm sorry for all the problems, Chaos. You are a lad, and I love you for dealing with it and helping and not taking. I offered him to have the win a good 2 times. Just because it was my fault, it was my connection, it was my problems, not his. But Chaos said no, he doesn't want to take the win, so Chaos is an awesome guy. His links will be in the description as long as the PPL stuff. And if you have any questions or any comments, leave them below, let me know how I did. I hope I got to everything I was going to go to, and it's nice, we got our first win of the season. Next week we play Travesty, which is going to be a fun game because he stole my Mega Sableye from me. But it's okay, because I got Spiritomb, he's cheaper and better. So I hope you guys enjoy, and thanks for watching.